And I also like how you still have lots of hope for the future, especially after everything that's going on right now. There's a lot of people with a negative outlook, but it seems like there's a lot of things to look forward to. So I mean, I think we can all get behind that.
Yeah, well, as we tape this today, there's some interesting things happening upcoming. I mean, there's a Black Lives Matter walk that
Yeah.
I'm excited to participate in. I'm honored to be asked, and it certainly fits with my values and how I see things moving forward for our town. So I'm honored to participate with others as we go. The concern is hopefully everyone will still be physical distancing as we march. But I bring that up only because I think it shows where this town is going. Things like councillor posts, celebrate your awesome. Um, these are wonderful things that change a town over time, and I'm excited about that. And from an economic standpoint, we've got issues. We've got high taxes. We've got high housing prices. There's some people really struggling in our town, but we also have a lot of care. There's people that are out there helping on a regular basis, either a service club, the food bank, family transition house. We have things for people in this town, so it's a great place to be. And I think 2020, although I'm wondering if we could just get this year over with and move into something a little more positive. I say that in a bit in jest, but it's been difficult for people. But as we move into 2021 and 2022, I'm very optimistic for what's going to happen for our town, and I do think that we'll be better off. Back to 2019 versus when the end of this term is. I think that our town will be better off than when we inherited it, and as we hand the keys back to the town and potentially other people take the reins and come in, I'm hoping that they'll be appreciative of the changes that this group implemented, and I think they will. Like it's been good, and on top of that, I guess the last thing would be is if I have to stand, and we'll see what happens with election time, but if I have to stand on my own 2 feet, I'll be just fine in doing that. I've gained some respect of people as this term has gone forward, and unfortunately I've also lost some people as you go, and that's the game. But I still hold my head very high, and I know I've worked hard, and I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish together.
When you stand by your principles, you're able to do that.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And back to your discussion earlier, I think that's what your previous guest was doing as well. He was standing by his principles, and bless his heart for doing so.
We're lucky. We need more people like that because I mean there is a shortage of it in the world.
Yeah, if you want to go down that path, Josh, in this wide-ranging discussion, I'm surprised at the number of people that actually don't follow what's going on. More and more people should understand what the issues are, and be aware. And it's not hard to figure out who's working hard and who's not. And it's not hard to see that there's a bus coming, and you better get out of the way, or you better put a road in. Or I'm being silly, but the issues aren't. This isn't rocket science. It's about working hard and being on top of things as we go. And I really wish more people in the community would follow the local scene and have a say.
Oh, I can 100% agree with that. I mean, I've lived here my entire life, like in Dufferin and in Orangeville for a large part of it too. I wasn't following things, and I wasn't really, and I'm still not following things as much as I need to be up until I started Dufferin Spotlight. So, I mean, I can completely relate. I mean, we have a lot of commuters in the area, so I understand. But we need people paying more attention to local issues and taking part in the community. That's how we benefit as in Dufferin and in Orangeville overall. I mean, it's a great and positive thing if we do these things.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. More groups should be out with petitions and signing names and advocating, and the town would benefit from it.
Yeah, and there's so many opportunities to volunteer, and there's so many support groups. Like we're really lucky as a community. Like there's a lot of supports for people, and again, like you said, chances to advocate, and but we could always use more. But and volunteer as well. But we are really lucky as a community, and again, it sounds like things are going to get better, which is something to look forward to during times like these. So that's awesome.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I'm excited, Josh. The restaurant's open this weekend. I desperately need a haircut, so I'll be enjoying one of those, and I'm looking forward to the last phase. And the artists typically lead us out of things. There's some sort of benefit concert or a show, and I think we'll find that the artists in our town, the itchy and scratchy, the poets, Theater Orangeville, they will lead us, and we'll celebrate at some point. And I'm looking forward to that day.
Me too, me too. And I do think I've already heard of the Campfire Poets putting something together
For
That's
when
for
things
when
get
that's
things get a little
awesome.
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
great.
great. Awesome. Well, before we wrap it up, I just want to make sure, is there anything you'd like to mention before we sign off?
You mean things generally on my mind?
Yeah, or anything you'd like to say to the community? Again, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Josh. I guess to me, there's a bunch of initiatives that are still ongoing that are near and dear to my heart, um, that I'd like to finish up before we're done. And we talked about the Hanson area. I feel obligated to them to make sure that we're solving things. There's a wonderful family that lives in Rolling Hill, and they live on a curve where unfortunately cars don't always negotiate that curve, and they've cars have hit the house on a few occasions,
Yep.
and council is working to implement some safety measures for that family, and I'm excited to see that through. There's some safety issues down in the West End, at Alder and Riddell, and at Spencer and Riddell, that I'm absolutely driven to see through. There's a fencing property issue with the hospital, and a street that is up in Rolling Hills area that is just about complete, and I'm looking forward to having that done as well. And then the long-term planning that we're doing as a group for the town, the asset management piece, and figuring out the financials. I'm excited too. So, we've got 2 years left to make our mark in a positive way, and I think we will. Will it go the way I want it to go entirely? No, but I'm hoping for an A. If I could get 80%, I'd be thrilled, and I think we'll get it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. I mean, I honestly think we have positive things ahead, which is great. And thank you again.
Okay, Josh. Thank you for having me, and good luck with your program.